No, it's yeah, no, it's tailored towards myself and towards people who are in the absolute worst spot that they can be in their entire life. Um, I'm going to open up, but I'm going to open up to strangers, and I'm going to open up to myself because I usually am used to just keeping things bottled up. I don't really ever say much. I used to be the type of person to where if something was happening, I'd be the first to show. Um, I can barely do that anymore, and I'm trying to get to the point where I'm able to talk about my emotions and things. Uh, this is kind of like a form of therapy for myself because currently I cannot afford therapy. So we're going to just throw all my personal shit out into the public on the internet for random people to see because the fuck do I have to lose? But this is for the future, for myself primarily, but for people as well to show a contrast that, like, with time and effort, that things can entirely change for the better. It just takes time and effort. But I used to write whenever I would get really, really bad. I would write everything that I felt, no filter. I can't exactly even say why I'm about to air out my personal shit like that. But like I said, I don't really got much to lose. It's gonna be really dark shit, really sad stuff. But for the actual context of this, I had this like idea. It sounds kind of egotistical the more that I like say it out loud. I hope it doesn't sound like that. Meeting people and like talking to people often, I kind of got tired of the routine of, you know, meeting somebody and, you know, talking to them and going through the same questions over and over again, knowing someone just for them to dip out. So I wanted to do that process without having to meet the person in order to just avoid anything in particular. I wanted someone to know absolutely everything about me without knowing me. I don't know. I was gonna write a bunch of things about myself, about my experiences, about who I am, and I was just going to place this randomly in a library and shove a note in there, and to whoever picked up the journal, I'd slip a note in there, and I'd tell them that it's not owned by the library. You can walk the fuck out with it, and there you go. It's some random stranger out in the middle of the fucking world and has all this information about me and will never actually know me or who I am. But the point is that I'm gonna read like 2 or 4 pages. This is just to actually remind myself because I haven't read this out loud in a minute, and it's been a long time since I've written this. So to compare then to now, Christ. Why do I have to feel like this when things are okay. My brain is telling me that if I keep my emotions to myself, that I'll have people who care about me because I'm not myself. Doesn't make any sense out loud, but past experiences don't help much. I mean, shit, all people have done is just make promises and then just dip. Fuck, I really hope I don't have an attachment disorder or something. If that's the case, it explains why I'm afraid to commit. People say things just to say them all the time. The same. If it's not something shitty happening, it's running into the same person with a different face. I'm over it. I'm so used to bad that I don't remember good. I mean, shit, I broke down at work. If it wanted as a treasure that exists on a timestamp in your favorite romance movie where the main character is smiling and you sit and wonder what it's like to be in the same room, feeling the presence of anyone, anything, I don't think I'll find it. I wish I knew what normal was. When I have a kid, the one thing I want for that little fucker is to never go through the things that I went through. Growing up is hard, but the worst thing would be the things the world throws at you. I sometimes wish I could be a different person without all the mental problems. Wake up and not question how I did. I feel like the more I write on here, the more random it gets. Somehow I always do something wrong. I just want to leave at this point. I'm fucking tired of getting shit for trying to be good. I want to be put into a coma. Sleep for the longest time one day, maybe. Weird how I end up watching a movie titled with what's been going through my head. I didn't think I'd get to this point. I want to die. For me, colors are all the same. Nothing. No one is interesting. I feel motivated to slowly rot and to feel better. This is torture. Alone is the only description. Who gives a shit? I'm starting not to. Too much of the same. I'm tired. Everything feels like a chore. I don't think I'll end up doing anything. I've had to be high just to manage. Feels like when I'm sober, everything just sucks. I hate it. I need help. It's better to realize that at some point in time, through anything that your fucking brain tells you, whether it's like a doubt to your self-worth or whatever people do to have any effect on you, I think the biggest thing to take from all that, because throughout all of those situations that I have written down, my biggest thing was never realizing my self-worth. And I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm starting to understand a lot more what I should allow and what I shouldn't. But I think as a grand takeaway, at some point things will get better. And I have this big old vision, this big old dream where I'm over at one of my friends' house, and we're all surrounded by people that love and care for all of us. Everyone's cool with each other. No one has issues. We're shooting shit out in the middle of summertime at the balcony with the fucking, cicadas fucking going off in the background. I fucking hate those bugs. I want to shoot for that. I just don't know if I can make it. Personally,